What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to my team career mode. Today we're here for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix for round 4, but episode 3 of the series. Last episode did not go up after some technical difficulties. Would not save onto my phone, so I couldn't upload it. And I've checked my phone, there's nothing I could delete. I could only delete what was already there, so I couldn't actually upload it. But let's get straight into, well, the start of it didn't record, so of course, well, for some reason it didn't upload onto Xbox. But we're doing some upgrades after qualifying. We need to develop the chassis area quite a lot. We've got tyre wear we could do, minor tyre wear, minor weight, or what we're probably going to do is a major weight redistribution, which is not going to be on for next race, but the one after the Spanish Grand Prix. We still got, well, actually I don't think we fought that, but we do have 1.7k, so we could get a major ERS on as well for the same time. Just going through all the upgrades that we could possibly do. We're probably going to get the weight redistribution because we need that, because the chassis is not amazing on this car. We still got 600, but I don't know if we can get anything, so we're just going to go straight. Well, we're just going to look up where we are. We are still the second worst car on the grid. As you can see, we finished 6th, so let's go to qualifying. Here we are then for Q1. We're going straight out onto the track. Well, I say straight out. There's quite a lot of people already out on track, but we have to get a lap in here. We should easily get through to Q1 now, even with the second worst car compared to our teammate, who is not amazing. We should be able to get through to Q2 at least. We're letting Kevin Magnussen go through, but he's not. He's just decided not to. But now we're going to start our lap then. Everyone is out on track as it stands as we start our time getting close to the wall on the entry. There's not even an entry. Going into turn 1 though, not using a lot of entry curb and hitting all the apexes through the through the chicane for first and second corner. It's not been an amazing lap. It's been an alright lap. 2 green sectors, but of course that doesn't mean anything as we haven't set a lap yet. But now as we cross the line, we've got DRS as per usual, getting close to the Unco as possible, and it is the slowest lap. I told you, it's a terrible lap really. Luckily that's only our first lap. Just getting used to the track. Here we go then for our second lap. We're going off the back. We did 1 cool down lap and we're going straight back out once more. So we're getting close to the wall of Qatar Airway. Oh, of course, the only sponsor there to be. Using a little bit more entry curb, but it's not really worked very well. But we have found time on the exit, and now we're going to speed the lap time up. You can see we're gaining time throughout the second sector here. Into the third sector we're 7/10 up, and as we come through the final 2 corners we're 9/10 up. As you can see, we've had quite a good lap, getting close to the Unco once more, and it's all the way up to P19 actually. That's a pretty bad lap. I thought that was going to be a lot better than it turned out to be. Oh well, we're back in the pit lane now, and we're going to go onto a new set of tyres, of course. Probably quite a lot we could do better. Breaking into turn 1 is very early. We need to upgrade that quite a lot. We need to be later on the brakes into turn 1. Thankfully we've timed this well, because they're just coming around final few corners, and we're just coming out of the pit lane. 1 minute 40 to get round. That should not be that bad to get round, so should be pretty easy. Good lap here, can see us up into, well, we better get out of this. I mean, we have had some times that we can't get out, but it's time to start our lap then with 20 seconds, just below 20 seconds as we cross the line. people behind us, our teammate notably just coming across the line to take the checkered flag. He goes up into 19th, out qualifying us as it stands. You can already see though 3/10 gain into turn 1, and we've gained over a second now as we come into the final few corners. We are last place, our teammate is 21st. We need to think about getting a new teammate, but we gained 1.5 seconds then. We get close to the Armco. What is it? In Q1, we have finished P10, so we are through into Q2 quite comfortably in the end. Just left it a little bit late. So that is easy Q2. Lewis Hamilton is first in Q1. No real surprises though, but the Mercedes are looking very fast this weekend. Just off of, that doesn't sound right. Off of Mercedes look fast, okay. But coming out now, all over the grass, lovely. We are on to our first flying lap of Q2. Taking it a bit slow, but now we're on the power. Got someone behind us we don't want to be giving the slipstream to. It is a McLaren, I think it is. Yeah, it is. And hopefully they're just finishing their lap. Yeah, they're coming into pit lane, fine. Want to use set of tyres though, and we're coming down into turn 1. It doesn't seem to work when I use the outside curve for the entry, but there you go. Now through the chicane, and now out onto the final parts of the track. Coming around the final corner, we are the last car to cross the line to set our lap. Where is it going to be? It's going to be P13 out of 16. I mean, it's not terrible. I think the Red Bull's about to cross the line to make that 14th. It is. But now it's 15th as we come around. And it's a lot more overcast now when we come across the line to start our second lap then. Right at the end of Q2. Yep, 35 seconds left. And now we're off into our second flying lap of Q2. Getting close to the Qatar Airway wall once more. And hopefully a good lap here could see us through to Q3. Possibly. As we're getting the inside. Using a lot of the curve on turn 2. And now into turn 3. We've sped it up once more. There is not a delta for some reason, but okay. But purple middle sector, and going down into the last 2 turns. What is it gonna be? Getting into the gravel there, as we come across the line. What's it gonna be? Where are we finishing in Q2? It's P8, and we're through into Q3. For what is the second time, I want to say? Maybe it's third. But we are through. Both McLarens are through as well. Both Alpines are out, as well as both Haas's. And Bottas also out. And also an AlphaTauri of Yuki Tsunoda. But now, it's time for Q3. We have one new set of tyre, I think it is. One new set for Q3, so we're going to be on an old set for our first lap, and then the new set for our second run. But it looks like it's going to be sunny for the rest of the weekend, so dry race to look forward to. I keep thinking this is a sprint race, which was actually last game, wasn't it? So that's not very good. But now it's time just choose our tyres and get ready. Also, well, nothing's really happening. I want to thank you guys for all the love and support you've put on the TurboTax cards. I didn't think that would do very well, but turns out you guys really liked it. It has almost 200 views, so I want to thank you guys for that. And as we come across the line now at the end of Q3, because, well, first lap didn't record, but you know, we finish in P8, so just imagine, right, there was a lap. It wasn't amazing. Put us in P8, put us in P10, and then you just saw that whole lap come together, and it's put us in P8. But it's George Russell in pole position then in Q3. We are in P8, beating Fernando Alonso and Oscar Piastri. Max Verstappen all the way down in P5. Not very good showing for him in his Red Bull. He might be kicked out into the AlphaTauri. But then it is the 2 Ferraris as well. and also another Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton close by. But now it's time for the race of 32 laps around Imola. I'm pretty sure it's 32. It is 32. As we get all our driver acclaim and our team acclaim, we're up to level 8 now. So we're almost getting into the territory of being able to get a second sponsor on the car. If you want to see more of this my team journey, make sure to like, subscribe. Make sure to like and comment on the video to show me that you really want to see more of this. But now it's time for the main event of the weekend. It's time for the race in Imola.
Welcome once again to the Autodromo Internazionale Enzo e Dino Ferrari. The clue's in the name. This is very much Ferrari home turf, and the locals will be out in force today to support their team in what we hope will be a magnificent spectacle of motorsports. On then to the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. One lap of Imola, anti-clockwise of course, unlike most Formula 1 circuits, will take our drivers around 3.1 miles of track, 19 turns, 9 right-handers and 10 to the left. Drivers will need to be precise at the hairpin at turn 7, given the subsequent uphill section. Without a good exit from that corner, they'll lose a lot of time on that stretch. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time. Starting grid looks like for today's race. George Russell will begin today's event in pole position, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Verstappen, Sainz, the engineer, Fernando Alonso, Oscar Piastri, Ocon, Tsunoda, Gasly, Bottas, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Joe, Norris, Stroll, Albon, De Vries, Sargent, De Vries. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. A warm welcome to Anthony Davidson, who's beside me in the commentary box today. Why don't we kick off by discussing Max Verstappen? Looks like they have a tough race in store today, as grid penalties from changing power unit components has forced them further down the field.
Everyone has to deal with penalties or reliability issues from time to time throughout their career. You just have to suck up the pain and get on with the job at hand. Today isn't about performing a miracle to put the car back where it should be. It's about effective damage limitation.
After the points finished last race, let's aim to keep that momentum going.
So yes, sir, I will try. Well, that's our race objective now. Finish in the points. It's going to be a one-stop mediums, 2 hards, taking all the fuel out, about 32.8 laps, because we know for some reason this car drinks fuel because it can. It just loves it. You didn't see last race, but we're checking the tyres now. Everyone is on the mediums except for Fernando Alonso behind us. He's on the hard compound of tyre. And so is the other Aston Martin of Lance Stroll. He's also on the hard tyre, but he's a lot further down the order. But now it's time for a formation lap. Get those tyres warmed up and then get ready and perfectly line up alongside Carlos Sainz. But now, of course, just looking at everything, warming those tyres up, weaving down the straights. Max Verstappen, of course, only qualified in P5, and we have to concentrate on the race now. And that we have done lap 5. Unfortunately, the race start didn't really record. I was looking for it, and I got it's really annoying. And now Fernando Alonso is overtaking us. Lap 6 though, and it looks like it's going to be Ocon now with the DRS. He's going to overtake us. We have DRS as well. We're going to send it down the inside in turn 1. Little bit of contact, but it's fine, and we keep our position in P8. Ocon down to P9 and almost into P10. Fernando Alonso running away from us now. He's in P7, and we're staying in P8. We had that P7 for a few laps, but now it's lap 7, and Fernando Alonso is 1.7 seconds ahead of us. Ocon's trying to go around the outside this time. Take a lot of curves. I thought I was going to hit them, but we didn't, and we survive. And Ocon almost every lap trying to attack us and get our position. We just keep our position, and now lap 11, We are still there. Now Piastri behind us has got the DRS. He's gaining rapidly down the stroke, but he doesn't get us. And it's Fernando Alonso now 4 seconds ahead of us. Now it looks like a little slide, and it looks like Piastri is going to go down the inside of us. A little bit of contact. We get on the curb, we kind of force him out. I didn't mean to. Lap 15, and now it's Ocon behind us by 1.3 seconds. So we have got out of DRS range from the Alpine and the McLaren, but it's very close. We have to do it all in the last sector. Going faster here doesn't really do anything for us, as you can see with the, well, we gain a little bit, like a 10th, but down the rest of this straight. Now lap 15, we are in for our stop. It's our one and only stop then in this race. Mediums onto the hard compounder tyre. Ocon is in behind us as well. The McLaren of Piastri, I think, has continued another lap. Looks like the other McLaren, well, one McLaren is in at least. Sonoda also in, a lot of drivers also in. But now we're out and we stay ahead of Ocon. That's very good for our race. 2.4 second stop, that's good. And we are out, well, nowhere near anyone. Oh no, I say that, there's De Vries. Nick De Vries, who is almost, I don't know what's happened to Nick De Vries. He's almost 5 seconds, maybe 6 seconds. We've pushed a lot on the new hard compound tyres to warm them up, but we have got DRS on Nick De Vries. He falls into the pit lane there, so that's going to help us going down the straight though, to keep as many positions as possible, because of course our car is not fast enough. And we do get out ahead of Piastri though, and we have used all our ERS, but hopefully now we get them by a lot though. Ocon 1.7 behind us. Piastri, something's happened there. He's 3 seconds behind us. But this is the fight up front on lap 19. It's Russell leading the race still from pole position, but not for long, as at the end of that clip, we've now got a Leclerc versus Russell battle for the lead. Leclerc goes towards the outside, what that will be, but will he even need the outside? He will, as now into turn 1. He has got the move done, and he's gone up into P1 to take the lead of the race for the first time. And as we come through on lap 20, we go a little bit deeper. There are yellow flags ahead, and that's for a Red Bull, but is it Sergio Perez? And it's Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen is out of the race, as you can see on your screen now, as a Mercedes flies past him. It's Max Verstappen pulling over to the right hand side and right in front of a nice sponsor board. But as we come through the chicane, you can see we're going to gain a position up into 7th place. There he is, Max Verstappen pulled over, and that is up into P7 for us. So a lot more points then. That's a lot better for us in our race. Norris is still 1.9 seconds behind us. So not much to do now, just hopefully keep that gap at nearly 2 seconds. Although the McLaren and the Alpines are probably the McLarens and the Alpine are a lot faster. Lap 24, gap is shrunk by about 7/10, but we're still fine. We're still ahead in this battle. So here you go, lap 27. It's Ocon versus Piastri. So Ocon's gone from fighting us for P7 down to P10 now, as he's side by side with Piastri. Still side by side, and he does keep his position then. But up up front, it's Russell versus Leclerc. Take 2. Russell on the inside. He cuts across the Ferrari, but behind him, his teammate is fighting Sergio Perez. He gets the position as well. I don't know if he was ahead or behind defending, but now a lap later, here's Sergio Perez once more, and now he's taking the inside line. Now he's going to fly past the Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton and into turn 1. He has made the move stick and got up into P3 for the final position on the podium. But lap 30, the tyres are dying, and Norris has got up massively to us. The gap is barely a 10. He's physically pushing us through the corners. His teammates and Ocon are miles behind us. Now on to lap 31, the penultimate lap. Norris is going to the inside, and are we about to lose our 7th place? But we're going to absolutely send it down the inside to get more points back, to rescue our points from Norris. And now we're back up into P7. We just have to defend now for a lap and a half to keep P7 in this race. Ahead of us though, Fernando Alonso has overtaken Carlos Sainz for P5. And here's Norris, here's a replay of Norris's overtake. It's very there was probably contact there on the straight, and we almost pushed him off the track. I didn't mean to, I just wanted to get that position back. But lap 31 of 32, on to lap 32 then. It's Leclerc leading Russell, and this is Russell's last chance to possibly take the lead. He almost gets pushed into the wall, but he's still going for the move. Around the outside into turn 1. He's got the DRS, he's going around the outside. Although the outside line, there's probably contact there, and Leclerc has kept the lead. And Russell, that's possibly his last chance to take the lead off of Charles Leclerc. Now on to lap 32 for us. The gap is 1.6 behind, but now it's 8/10 as we come across to the final chicane. Charles Leclerc has won the race though, but that must have been close with George Russell. But now here you can see we should be fine for the rest of this race. Here's the finish then. It's very close between Charles Leclerc and George Russell. Of course, one more lap and maybe Russell could have taken the win, but it is Charles Leclerc who wins the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix from George Russell. Leclerc wins from Russell, Perez, Hamilton, Alonso in P5. A lonely race for him. Behind him is Carlos Sainz. Then we come across in P7 and Lando Norris, who mounted a big challenge at the end, has come across behind us in 8th place. His teammate though in P9, Oscar Piastri, and Esteban Ocon P10. Then it's Yuki Tsunoda in P11.
It's a performance that our Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix winners can be justifiably proud of. And I'm sure there'll be celebrations tonight. Well, Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today, but what set them apart from the rest?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team. Ferrari do it again. So let's review the updated.
Well, there you go
driver
then. Charles
standings.
Leclerc has won
Charles
yet
Leclerc
another
currently
Grand Prix
leading the championship
in
standings,
this My Team
extends
career
his lead
mode. How many
even
races
further
is
with
that? He
this
won in
result.
Baku,
So,
although
Anthony
that was a
Davidson,
glitch, so
who would you rank
Sergio
as your
Perez did win that
driver of
race.
the day?
We finished in
Max Verstappen
P7
seemed to
then.
just effortlessly
We
weave through the other drivers today
finished
without a
where
care
we
in the world.
started.
He was
Russell
definitely my
down to
driver of
P2.
choice.
It's time to check out the
So
constructors'
possibly
standings.
Charles Leclerc could be
Ferrari
going for the
continues to
title
extend
then
the
this
gap at the
season,
top of the
as he is,
table.
the Ferrari
And with
does
that,
look
we
very
wrap
quick
up
in
another
the
weekend
hands
motorsport
of
action, but
Charles
with more
Leclerc. In the
races
other
lined
hand,
up,
though,
be sure to join
Carlos
us
Sainz
when
has
we
not been
come
performing,
back
and there you can
with
see it's
more Formula One.
Leclerc versus Perez for the title right now. Ferrari out in front. We're in P7. No changes at all in the driver's standings. But what do you expect then? It's Ferrari out in front, but only by 2 points, I think that said, from Red Bull. There's our rival Valtteri Bottas. We are beating him in the rivalry 6-3, but it's time to get our acclaim and our money. But from our sponsor, we're up to acclaim level 9 then as a team, so one step closer to getting team acclaim level 10. But if you have enjoyed this video and you want to see more of F1 My Team, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and maybe my next video will be this. It might be Breaking Point. It might also be Turbo Attacks. It depends. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.